and I think using this BMW M3 that we recently acquired is going to be a pretty good base for that. It's not much to look at right now. Well, actually, it doesn't look so bad in this lighting in the shop here, but a little backstory. I'm sitting right up the street here in Glenarm for 6 years. 6 years this car didn't run or drive, and had like 3 inches of standing water in the floorboards. Some critters been living in it, chewing on some wiring, which is a little scary. The guys here, Shane and Ryan, put in a little work to it to make it run and drive again. The original plan was to make it like a fun drift car that we could also take to track days and stuff, but I've been bit by the rally bug. It's something that I've always really appreciated and admired, and I wanted to get into off-road driving somehow, and we built that truck for Nissan, and that got me doing a lot of research on off-road stuff, and rally racing makes more sense for me. I think I would just much rather do that, and it's a bit more accessible on this side of the country. To make this thing a rally car, we're starting with the cage. We were going to cage it anyway, but we are going to make it FIA spec or Rally America spec, kind of make it meet all of the rule books. So we're adding some extra tubes that you might not see in a normal cage. But before I go any further in what I'm going to cover here in this video, before I kind of box in this area too much, these BMWs are notorious for ripping the subframe mounts out of the floor. So what a lot of people do, the hardcore guys, they cut holes here and here and actually reinforce the subframe mounting points of the chassis to the roll cage. So I'm going to do that to this car too. I mean, while we're in here, before we paint the interior, you know, while we're doing the cage, and before I put too many more bars in my way in here, I'm going to start opening up the floor, sink some tubes down in there, and then I'm going to connect those tubes to the cage. So I've already found 2 of the subframe mounting points. Basically, I got underneath the car, kind of looked at where the subframe bolts up in relation to like the shapes of the car. Like for instance, the like spare tire well here. There was existing holes here with like plastic caps in them for whatever reason. I don't think it's drainage, but I'm sure they served a purpose. So I took those caps out and then just kind of connected those holes, and there is the rear subframe mounting points. So I can clean this metal up here and drop a tube down onto that. Now the front ones are going to be a little more challenging to find. So these are above the gas tank. So those are the rear ones, and the front ones are in here somewhere. So I'm going to kind of do what I did back there and take an educated guess and see where we end up. Found it. There it was, hiding right between 2 plastic holes again. It's almost as if they put those there to help you locate these subframe reinforcements. So again, we're gonna drop a tube right down on top of this. I'm gonna have to cut some more of this out actually. These are my tubes that I'm going to sink down on top of those subframe mounts. Basically just a piece of roll cage tubing that I put a cap on. These are for the front subframe mounts. They're a little longer. I've already got the back ones welded in here. Got all 4 of my little studs welded in. Next is to cover up those access holes and connect these tubes to the cage. So I got all 4 of these welded in, and now all I got to do is connect them together. So let's start notching some tubes. Got a few more tubes put in here after a fair amount of notching. All the subframe bracing is built out, and Ryan made these backup tubes, and we started on the door bars as well. So hopefully have this cage done the next time you see us. That's a wrap for this first episode on the BMW rally car build. Thanks for watching. Look forward to the next one.